guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the NCLEX. I took my NCLEX earlier this week, June the 30th, and I took it at 4 p.m. in Macon, Georgia. Macon is like 2 hours from me. That's not that far, but it is out of state because I live in Florida. And that was the only testing center that was offering the exam within a reasonable distance and time frame. So I took it June the 30th, and I woke up July the 1st, and I checked the Board of Nursing's website at 9 a.m. and guess what? I was licensed. I am now a licensed RN. Like, that doesn't even feel real to say I'm a licensed nurse. That's crazy. I applied for the compact license. So I'm a multi-state licensed qualified nurse. I think that's what it says on my license, multi-state. Yeah, so that turnaround time was more than fast. Like, that is the fastest I have seen the Florida Board of Nursing work. And I used to work at the Department of Health. So that was, bravo to them. That was super fast. They also worked very fast when approving my application and getting me my ATT, my authorization to test. They were really fast about that too. So that's great to see that Florida is picking up, on their processing time. I graduated April the 30th. I did not take my NCLEX until June the 30th. So I had all that time to study. Did I study? No. I'm gonna be honest with you, right after I finished my program, I was just so exhausted. I was so tired. Like, I didn't want to study anything. I just kept putting it off and putting it off. And eventually, next thing you know, I was like, maybe I should register for the NCLEX. So I started the application process with Florida, made my Pearson Vue account, tried to look up test dates. And the only date that I could find was June the 30th, and that was only 2 weeks away. So I only studied for the NCLEX for 2 weeks. In order to study, I used only two things. I used UWorld, specifically the app on the iPhone. I bought a 30-day subscription, and I did a total of 440 questions. I was in the 73rd percentile from doing those questions. UWorld comes with over 2,000 questions and I only used about 400. UWorld is not cheap. It is not cheap. It's $179 for UWorld for the 30-day subscription, and it doesn't even come with one of those I don't know what they're called, like a full-length assessment test to gauge your readiness for the NCLEX. It didn't come with one of those. You had to get the the highest up package that they offered. So I used UWorld. What I would do is, whenever I had free time or I was just like laying around or whatever, I would do like a 20-question quiz. Every day I tried to do a 75-question test every day. UWorld is great because it lets you choose how many questions you want on your practice quiz. You can choose between 1 to 75 questions. You can choose to have the exam timed or untimed, and you have the option of taking the exam in study mode, where it gives you the rationale right after you answer the question. And I did all of my questions on study mode. The rationales that UWorld gives are very detailed. They have great information on them. That's really what I paid attention to the most when I did these questions. I wasn't even really paying attention, if I got it right or wrong or whatever. I just really focused on the rationales that UWorld gave. And then if you don't want to read the entire rationales, they give you like a little too long didn't read, a little synopsis summary at the end of the rationales. Those are very helpful. They put the information together very concisely. The second thing that I used to study were the Mark Klemensky audio lectures. I guess those are like floating around on the internet somewhere. They used to be on YouTube, but I think they got removed. I listened to the audio lecture, and then I also studied the Blue Book along with the lectures. I did not listen to all of the lectures. I think there were 12 videos available, but I only watched the acid base, diabetes, maternity and OB, and then the prioritization lecture. The reason I didn't listen to all of them is I just figured I would listen to the ones that were my weakest subjects, and that seemed to have helped. So yeah, UWorld and Mark Klemensky, I highly recommend it. About the test, so I had 60 questions. I'm reading my notes, y'all, because I can't remember. I had 60 questions. There were 12 select all that apply questions. I kept a tally of those. There was only one order question. There were no math questions on my exam, and I took 58 minutes to be exact, so about an hour. 1 hour, 60 questions. Not gonna lie to you, when the test cut off in 60 questions, I was like, wow, let me go ahead and re-register for this exam because I know I failed. Like, I just knew I had failed this exam because there were no questions on there where I felt like I could confidently say, yeah, that's the answer, or yeah, like, obviously that's the answer. No questions. The test was so random. Like, I had mostly priority questions, and I had a mixture of OB and psych questions. I think I had like 5 OB questions, 4 psych questions. There were questions on there about drugs that I had never heard of. Like, I feel like I went into that thing blind, and I kind of did. Seeing that I only studied for 2 weeks, I would not recommend that. Like, I feel like I just put myself through so much unnecessary stress. Like, I should have studied more, but I passed, so hey. While I was taking the test, and we had to wear a mask in the center because, you know, the whole COVID-19 situation that's going on, so we had to wear a mask, and it was so hot in there. They didn't have the AC on. I had a jacket on, but I was scared to take my jacket off during the test because I thought they were gonna be like, oh, she's cheating, what is she doing, turn the computer off. Like, so I kept my jacket on, so I'm sitting there sweating, I can't breathe, I got the mask on, I don't understand these questions. It was a mess. I was very excited that I am over and done with nursing school and the NCLEX. Like, anyway, guys, don't forget to like and share this video, and if you have any questions about the NCLEX or about the application process for Florida, then just leave me a comment below. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.